Hey guys, this is Ariana. Um, I had my phone stand this time, but it doesn't want to hold my phone. So, and I had this pretty backdrop, but it keeps falling. So I just said, "Fuck it, I don't care. I'm gonna do what I do anyway." So today, I'm gonna give you guys a little trick that you can do. If you're like me and you work with like customer service and stuff like that, and someone's giving you a really hard time, and you are just at your wits' end, kind of like you're about to snap, you know what I'm talking about? You're about to go over the counter on somebody. I got a little trick for you. So I learned this a couple of years ago when I was working in customer service somewhere else. I was working very heavily with Azazel at the time, and So there was this one customer, like she was a total bitch every time she walked in. And I'm in the South working in a place with customer service. So you're expected to be super nice all the time. Customer's always right, yada yada. But this woman was a bitch. Every time she came in, every one of us when we saw her, we were like, "Oh God, here's this bitch," So this day, I'd had enough. And so I drew Azazel's sigil on the palm of my left hand. One, because I'm right handed and it was easier, but two, you pull in with your left and give out with your right. So you're wanting to pull in Azazel's energy. Now, the sigil I used was the sigil that is also the sigil for Saturn. So you're pulling in that very strong, dominant energy. And Azazel has this very don't fuck with me energy about him. And so I'd had enough. So what I do is I'll show you the sigil. So this is the sigil that I use. And just I just draw it on the palm of my hand with like a Sharpie or an ink pen. And you might not want ink on your body, like I get that, but this is quick and easy if you need it. And so I draw it on the palm of my hand, pulling in that energy. And what it's going to do is not a curse, it's not going to hurt anyone, but it's going to change the whole atmosphere of where you are. And it's going to change their attitude like really quick. It works super fast for me. They're either going to completely change their attitude and be like it's nice. It's gonna be like you flipped a switch. Like they're gonna go from being total assholes to being like super nice to you. And or they're gonna want to get their shit and get the fuck out. That's what happens. They're either ready to go like right away or they become very nice. um the first time I used this, the customer service desk faced the first like regular cashier, like if you were just wanting to check out. And so I'd had enough of this lady, and so I did that. And so after you draw that, you're going to recite Azazel's yin, which is Ea on ka Azazel Aken. Ea on ka Azazel Aken. I know I have a southern accent, but then you're going to build on that. And then you're going to say, this is what Azazel gave me. It works so fucking good. Zazel, Rataka, Anaka, Filka, Kasinta, Blamatu, Zazel. And you're going to say it. Ea, Ka, Azazel, Akin. Say that about 3 times. And then you're going to go, Zazel, Rataka, Anaka, Filka, Kasinta, Blamatu, Zazel. You're going to keep doing that. That's not a curse. It works similar to a freeze spell. If you know what a freeze spell is, it just kind of freezes them and gives them a little bit better attitude towards you. For those that don't know what a freezer spell is, if someone's giving you a hard time and you just can't shake them, there's a couple of different variations, but basically you're going to get a piece of paper, write the person that's giving you a hard time's name on it, put it in a freezer, like a Ziploc bag, fill it with water and stick it in the freezer and let it freeze and leave it alone. And usually that works. Like, usually you don't have to curse, you don't have to do anything crazy. Like, usually a freezer spell will work. So this works similar to a freezer spell, except you don't have to wait till you get home. You don't have to have a Ziploc bag. You just draw that sigil on the palm of your hand and say those ends. And it works fast and quickly. The only downfall is it doesn't hold like a freezer spell will work for a good while. This just kind of smooths things for the moment. Like, you know, you're about to go over the counter on somebody, and this will help. It doesn't hurt them in any way. It's not a curse. It's just saying back off. And what I think is that it just kind of hits their subconscious, and they are subconsciously thinking, okay, I need to chill out, or, you know, they will go from being complete assholes, wanting to make complaints, to thank you, have a nice day. Or, like I said, they're just going to want to get their shit and get gone. And either way, it don't make no matter to me one way or the other, as long as you leave me the fuck alone. It's just how I am. But I didn't, it's not a curse. So you're not cursing nobody. You're not hurting them. You're not going to read in the newspaper that something happened to them. At least not from what you did, because it's not a curse. It's just calling on Azazel's energy, a very Saturnius energy, to handle the situation and just help it to blow over and not turn into some big ordeal where you got to call the police, or you know, it's going to be a big verbal battle back and forth. You know, it just handles it a lot like a freezer spell, and it works really well. Now, you could layer this with other incantations that I have that could turn it into something baneful, but you really don't have to. You could also use these incantations in conjunction with some of my other incantations, like one for money, one for love, believe it or not, and I have had that incantation for a while too. But yeah, you could build on it. You could add a candle magic to it. There's a lot you can do with it to make it be something more than just a quick thing, and to bring out more desired outcomes. But if you're just in a pinch and somebody's really on your last nerve and you need to handle it in a way that nobody's going to go to jail, this works very easy. So it's just this sigil and Azazel's end, called Azazel often, and then the added incantation, Zazel, Ritaka, Naka, Filka, Kasenta, Blamatu, Zazel. Just do it a couple times. Just kind of let it soothe you. I think it actually soothes you and the other person, really, and just calms the situation. And so I like using it as my go-to. Now, if it's not resolving, yeah, you can throw another incantation on it that will kind of do some damage. But right now we're with the basics, and that's just to freeze the situation, kind of like a freezer spell. And I think that some people might find it useful. I hope you all had a wonderful Halloween. I did pretty much have a good Halloween. I tried to stay away from the candy because I ain't really supposed to have it, but I had a good time, and my family, you know, all the little kids went trick-or-treating and they had a good time. So yeah, it was good. So anyway, I'm sorry that my backdrop screwed up, that my phone stand won't work, but you know, when life gives you lemons, you just make lemonade, or you do like I do and say fuck it. So you guys have a good night.